Mo, good morning, and welcome to INFC Championship Football.
Good morning, Chris. Good morning.
So tell us a little bit about what they said, buddy.
Well, I can tell you right now, TYAA is going to bring speed, agility. Another thing that's going to happen today also is Choctaw. As long as they control the ball on the line of scrimmage, control the perimeter, keep everything funneled inside. Coach Aaron McConnell, he already done said his line is the reason they're here.
Yeah, they're hogs.
Yes, they're hogs. They're hogs. Now, as far as TYAA, Coach Douglas, he's been doing this for 12 years. He has a lot of speed on the field. If these guys can get outside of Choctaw, this will be a quick game.
So Mo, tell me a little bit about this TYAA Bulldogs. How old is this first grade team?
We got kindergartners on this ball club.
Unreal.
A lot of kindergartners on this ball club. We have 4 kindergartners, number 1, number 22, and number 35 are the ones that we watch. Also, players will watch number 7, number 9, number 5. Those are your skill players. Trust me, they have speed at this age. They will hit that corner. They will find a seam if they find it through the middle, and they'll be gone.
Right, and as we go to Choctaw, the Yellow Jackets, they're not exactly an old first-grade bunch either. He said they have a lot of 6-year-old kids that might as well have been kindergartners. They're barely at the age. He said they're young, but they're ready to go just like TYAA.
They're ready to go, and their line is going to be the key to the ball game.
Yeah,
if they can hold TYAA at the line of scrimmage, not only on offense but on defense, if you can control the line of scrimmage, make sure things are inside, I believe that they can win this ball game. But other than that, the speed of TYAA might take over in the second half.
Yeah, I hope you guys are ready for a long day. We got 5 games. There is no need to be watching game day on ESPN. There's no need to be getting ready for LSU, Alabama, because the real stuff's going on right here. It's these young kids that's been fighting all year since August. They're here. This is the final game of the year, and they're going to get that gold ball. They're doing the coin toss right now, and we're getting ready to go. It looks like they just finished the coin toss. Right, and it looks like the Yellow Jackets are going to receive to start this ball game. So we're actually going to, instead of seeing the Yellow Jackets defense off the bat, we're going to see how the Bulldogs does against this Yellow Jackets team.
The Bulldogs need a tackle. As far as I'm concerned, looks like Choctaw they're bringing the meat. They have size. As long as the Bulldogs are able to tackle well.
Yeah, you know, Mo, and it's funny on these first graders, what really is exciting is just like teenage years, you don't know what kids you're going to get from one day to the next. These kids can all be ready, or they could have not got to watch their cartoons this morning, and now they're mad. Because I do the same thing before I go to work. If I don't get to see my cartoons, game over.
Who's asleep and who's awake? Who's asleep and who's awake?
That's right. So they've done the coin flip. Choctaw, look, I don't know if you guys can see this. They're pumped. Bulldogs are getting ready to run through their tunnel, and I bet you over there on that sideline, all those parents and fans are doing their chant, "Who let the dogs out?" Because you hear it all the time. You hear it every single year. I've called many of their games. They're a great group of fans, a great organization. I'm as equally excited to see Choctaw. I don't get to see them as much.
Not as much. I know Choctaw, they had a road to get here, and they got through that road. They got here, and they're playing for a ball. They're playing for the hardware, and that's what you want. You want that hardware in the trophy room to show other kids that, hey, championships are won, and championships going to be won early in life. If you win championships early in life, watch out, because once they get up to the big boy ball game, hey,
yeah,
win the championships later on in life.
A lot of people know that we go way back from when we were young kids.
Yeah.
We played a couple meaningful games, and there is nothing like that championship game.
Nothing like the championship game. It doesn't matter what level it is. As long as you can win a championship, that's what it's all about.
That's right. Well, here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets as we get ready to start. The clock's about to wind up, and it's game time. So I hope everybody's ready for an exciting day of some INFC football, sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods. One place to go to start your day is Dick's Sporting Goods.
I want my free swag.
Yes. Quarterback's going to hand off. Oh, he decides to keep it. He's trying to get to that outside. He gets a couple.
He gets a couple, and there's the speed of TYAA right there. Lateral speed. They're going to unless Choctaw can run between the tackles. I don't believe you'll be able to get outside on this TYAA.
Right, because as you looked at it, when he first broke around that outside, there was nobody within 10 yards, and in a matter of a second, there's made a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, number seven, the middle linebacker, turned and ran.
Yeah, and we apologize if we don't call their names as much, because at this age, those jerseys aren't just as big as the big boys, so it's kind of hard to see them from up here. We don't exactly have sideline passes. So quarterback rolls out to the right side this time. Does pick up a nice little block. Nice little game of about 4 on the play.
The hole closed fast. He did get a nice game out of that. Once again, number 7, our player to watch. Once again, number 7 on the tackle. As long as they can continue to tackle and continue to keep the football in front of them, Choctaw just needs to methodically move the ball down the field. I believe Choctaw needs to at least get the ball in between the tackles. If you continue to run outside, TYAA it's going to be a long day if you continue to run outside on them.
Right, and the one thing, they've got it into 3rd and short, and they're controlling the clock. So if they can stop TYAA from getting the ball, that's a big plus for them today. Hand off to the halfpline, and there it is. That's that defense.
There's number 7 again. If you see, he basically just bulldozed his way in there off the line, disrupting the play in the backfield, as TYAA is going to do. As you see their coach, he's getting them warm up, he's getting them going, he's getting them pumped up. This is about what these guys are about. They're about playing fast, but they're about playing physical.
Right.
They play physical. They will once again win this ball game.
Yeah, and it brings up 4th down, and it looks like the Yellow Jackets are going to have to go ahead and do the punt. So they're going to punt it away, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Well,
we're going to get to see that defense now.
We're going to get to see the Choctaw.
Are they going to be able to contain it?
Well, like Coach Aaron McConnell said, if they have a dogfight, it's going to be a dogfight, but they have to control inside. They have to funnel everything inside. Do not let TYAA get outside.
Yeah, we're literally less than 3 minutes into the ball game, and even though the Bulldogs start on defense, here we go. We talked about controlling the clock, and they're going to have to do a little bit better than that, or it could be a long day.
It could be a long day for Choctaw.
We'll see how their defense goes. Quarterback right up the middle has a hole, breaks a tackle about the 40, and just like that, first play, first down for the Bulldogs.
To tackle these guys. I've actually called their game last week against their rival TYAA Red. I called the game last week. That's one thing Red did not do, is wrap these guys up. These guys will run through arm tackles all day long.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't make a tackle, yes, again, first graders, they're fast. I would not get in a foot race with them. They're extremely fast. They run through the hole like they're supposed to, and they play very sound football for such a young kid, especially these kindergartners. And here we go, the handoff to the right side. Now, Choctaw, look, they did defend well, but now he broke a hole and still on his feet and breaks a tackle. Dragging the Choctaw down the field to the 30. That's a big gain. And they had it contained.
And once again, these guys like to bounce the football outside. They're coached well on bouncing the football outside. They don't see what they see on the inside. They're going to bounce it outside. And once they bounce it outside, it's a foot race.
Yeah, I mean, it takes one block, and all of a sudden they're taking it to the house. Yeah. We do have a flag on the play. looks like it's going to be against the Bulldogs' false start.
And that's one of the penalties you'll see a lot on this level of INFC youth football. A lot of false starts, a lot of offsides. I mean, kids are anxious.
And maybe their helmet weighs more than they do. Let's just call it what it is. They bend over, and it's all she wrote. Yeah, Coach didn't like something. He's grabbing it back to the huddle, and I think he's probably talking to him right now about that false start.
And one thing that I do want to point out to the viewers that the reason these coaches are on the field, I mean, these kids do know the plays, but you still want to put these kids in the right position. Kids do forget a lot of things throughout the week playing their Fortnite and Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
So you do want to get these kids in the right position.
Yeah, we got some player profiles that we'll kind of go over throughout these games, and we were looking at them before, and they're pretty humorous. And loss of a play right off the bat again, and
looks like a fumble on a play.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at second down, and after the penalty and the fumble, now all of a sudden, instead of 1st and 10 from the 30, it's second down and about 18 maybe.
One thing I noticed last week when they were playing their rivals TYAA Red is they played in front of the chains last week. Now they're playing behind the chains, and that's going to be a little tough. They can't play behind the chains. If they play behind the chains, Choctaw has a great shot in this ball game.
Yeah. Who was the kid after this play? I want you to talk about the kid from Choctaw who's 40 time. Man, he breaks the tackle, number 5, and he gets to about the 35, so a nice little gain on second down. You said in the pregame when we were looking at these rosters and profile, there was a kid that, how fast does he say he run the 40?
In 2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
So he still beats me by 3.5 days. Yes. But that's some of the stuff we're looking at here is these player profiles, and they're great. The minds of a first grader in kindergarten.
Yes. I got the Orion Douglas kid. Hey, his favorite subject is math.
That's funny because this kid here, his favorite subject, Brady Ford. There's 2 kids in America that have favorite subjects as math.
These 2.
Yeah, and they're playing against each other.
They're playing against each other. We have some engineers on our hands.
That's right. Oh, we got a fumble on the play on third down. Oh, we do have a flag, though. And once again, it is going to be a false start against the Bulldogs. They're shooting themselves in the foot right now.
And they did last week in the first quarter. I think they just need to settle down. Coach needs to get them settled down. They know what they're doing. But as long as Coach gets them settled down, tell them, hey, championship is on the line. This is the first quarter, first championship game jitters.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
And they still have plenty of time. Both teams have plenty of time. I mean, we got three quarters plus a minute.
Yes.
Yeah, he's getting them lined up. And a lot of the reason the coaches are back there, too, it boils down to safety. You say put him in the right spot.
Yeah.
So handoff around the outside, and he's got one man to beat, and he breaks that tackle. Oh, and the ball does come loose.
And that was great pursuit by Choctaw's defense. As you see there, he got outside, but Choctaw's defense just swarmed to the football. As long as they do that all game, pursue, take your angle, swarm to the football, they'll be able to corral these fast kids.
Yeah, you can see Coach McConnell out there. He talked about speed and pursuit, and he is pumped.
Unfortunately, we've gotten some bad news.
To whom it may concern, due to budget shortfalls, the Panthers baseball program,
Ballard softball,
Vikings basketball,
Woodlawn soccer,
the Tigers basketball program
is indefinitely suspended.
To whom it may concern.
To whom it may concern.
To whom it may concern.
Every kid deserves a chance to play.
Yes, every year it is a great thing. This is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods. We're going to bring up first down right off the bat for the Yellow Jackets and a handoff to the right side. Great pursuit by the Bulldogs.
The field by the cornerback, number 9 over there, that's basically his responsibility on the outside. Once he sees run coming towards him, he has to fill. He has to just basically get up there and blow the play up. He blows the play up. Number 7 comes around, cleans up the trash. You got your safety back there. They fill. But basically, as long as number 9 does his job out there in the other corner at the top, as long as they do their job, then they should be able to take care of Choctaw.
And we'll see what Choctaw has to offer. First possession for Choctaw, they had to punt. Same with the Bulldogs. Here's the second possession of offense for the Yellow Jackets.
Number 7 on the blitz. He blew it up.
Oh, that was beautiful by the defense.
Once again.
Yeah, I believe his last name is Reed, as the PA announcer even is excited about that play. I mean, That's big boy football right there, as we were talking about earlier. Speed, doesn't get any better than that.
He's wearing that number 7. Kind of reminds me of Mayo from the New England Patriots. He played at Tennessee.
Yeah.
He was a big linebacker.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to see down there, he is head and shoulders above everybody else. It's and
it's looked like he's basically being a spy backer. Look like he's basically just going to read the play wherever he goes.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback's going to try to roll out, and
it looks like the defense from TYAA is settling in. The Bulldogs are swarming to the football, tackling well. Tackling is key to this level of the game. As long as they put their hands, their pads, bring the wood.
Yep. And right off the bat, it's early in the second quarter, backed up deep in their backfield, and they're going to have to punt.
Punt again. This is a defensive ball game to start out. We'll see what TYA can bring to the table again. This is their second possession. I would think Coach Douglas would try to get the ball to the outside. You're not going to see a lot of pass plays at this level. If you do, probably a simple out route, maybe a seam down the middle. But as far as they're just going to line up, play old school football between the tackles, bounce it outside.
Yeah, that's right. Looking at these player profiles, and there's a young man on the field today named Jet Teal. Can you guess what his nickname is?
Jet.
Close. Jet. He must be fast. That's all I can say. Yeah, his favorite food? Chicken strips. I ain't mad at him.
I'm not mad at him.
So, I mean, I said we're looking at some of these player profiles, and if we just start talking about them, they're very humorous. His favorite video game? Fortnite.
We have a lot of Fortnite Minecraft kids.
Yep.
Looks like we have a false start.
Yeah, it could be, dead ball false start again on the offense. That's probably about the fourth one already.
But once again, I've done these games all year long, and that's going to be the number one penalty in these games. It's going to be the false start. You might get a face mask here and there,
yep.
False start, offsides, just the kids being anxious to lay the wood.
Yep. So back to Jet. What do you think his worst part of practice is?
Probably running.
Yeah, exactly. That's my worst part of life. I don't want to run. So Jet and I, we may have just became best friends. He likes chicken strips and hates running. It's going to bring up first down and long for the Bulldogs.
I anticipate this being a quarterback keeper.
Yep. He's going to try to get out, but, man, great pursuit by the Yellow Jackets, and he's going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
They're taking care of their responsibilities, and that's one thing Coach Aaron McConnell did say, that they have to do their job and take care of their responsibilities. As long as they do that, they should be in this ball game. Once again, tackling is the key at this level. You swarm to the football, get these guys down. Don't let them get outside. Protect the perimeter.
Yeah, he had mentioned we got to keep them in the middle of the field.
Too many teams this year just let TYA get outside, and you let these guys get outside, they're gone.
Yeah, so we're bringing up second down and long once again. We are at the 3-minute and 30-minute mark of the second quarter, and it is still 0-0. If you would have asked me what the score by now would have been, I would have said at least 14 points, maybe for both teams.
Yeah, at least a 14-point spread.
Yeah, I mean, this is impressive. Now the running back, he does get outside, and once again, right about a half-yard gain, there's the Yellow Jackets.
I can see the frustration on Coach Douglas' face. He's going to have to bring another game plan to the field. Can't just continue to try to put the ball on the outside. A little misdirection. Get Choctaw off the point of attack.
Right. And we do have a timeout on the field. Charge to the Bulldogs.
I do believe they get 2 timeouts at this level of youth football. I formation. They basically run out of this formation a lot. Looks like it's a pistol formation coming up.
Yeah, and then they got 14 yards to get on third down, or they're going to have to punt. And there's a flag. Once again, yep, it is false start on the offense.
I'm telling you.
I would not want to be in that halftime talk.
Well, and another thing is, I know a lot of people will sit up there and say it's undisciplined football. You got to understand these are kindergarten, first grade kids. They're anxious. They just want to fire off the football. So you got to understand that. That's why these coaches are on the field to teach these kids what it's about.
Right. I mean, you think about it. Go back to August when it was 115 degrees outside, and these kids are just putting on pads for the first time.
Yeah.
We're not that far from August, and they're doing something that there's a whole lot of other kids in the NFC wishes they were doing.
Exactly.
So
they're playing on Championship Saturday.
That's right.
There's this, looks like I've seen this play, and I'm going to tell you right now, you have no clue who's going to get the ball. Looks like
looks like they direct snap straight to the quarterback, but Yeah, I mean, it was a gain of about 6 on the play, it looked like, on third down, but you're at the 45, Big Mo. What are you doing here? You going to go for it, or are you going to go ahead and punt it?
I'm punting. I'm playing field position. You have to play field position.
And we're going to see it. I'm not seeing a sign that says they're going to.
He's getting a little greedy, but hey, I mean, I understand what Coach Douglas is doing. He knows his team a lot better than I do.
Yeah, he has confidence in him. I know that.
Like I said, you're playing behind the chains. So, I mean, you get about a 10-yard run, you get a first down, you're doing well. But I would probably punt it just to play the field position game.
Right, because you would have pinned them back just a little bit. I mean, we'll see how it does, and we're going to have looks like a. Yep, that's what I believe they've done. They've waited, and now they decided to punt, it looks like. Yep, they made the decision to punt it. They let some time run off the clock.
At the
At the end of the day, not greedy at all. That was smart football, and he just outcoached you, Big Mo.
Yes. And one thing you're also going to see is even though these little kids are punting the football, you're not going to see an actual punt. That is also going back to safety of the game for these little kids. But they punted the football. Basically, they'll just walk off 20, 25 yards.
Yeah, and we are literally under 1 minute to go in the first half. And it's Yellow Jackets' third possession. It's 0-0.
Watch out for the Yellow Jackets using all their timeouts to try to control the ball and move this ball down the field.
Handoff. Met immediately by the Bulldog defense.
The penetration from the Bulldog defensive line blew that play up in the backfield. Looks like they're just going to basically run this clock out, go to the locker room.
Yeah, being so far back in the backfield, you're one fumble away from
turning the ball game over.
But it's at the end of the day, it's the same thing. Bring me the football.
Bring me the football.
See what they got in store here with about 24 seconds to go. Quarterback's going to roll out. Yeah.
The linebacker field right there. Looks like we have another timeout on the field. Those rollouts, quarterback keepers, you'll see a lot of that at this level of football. But basically, the linebacker fill in there, blew the play up once again.
Right.
I mean, these kids know we're coming. They knows what's coming. I mean, you basically got 5 or 6 plays at this level. These kids, they've made it this far. They've made it to championship Saturday. They know what's coming at them.
Right, and with 14.9 seconds to go in third down, more than likely, unless something strange happens, we should go to the half tied. Both coaches are going to be making as many adjustments as possible because right now they're running right into tacklers. So, I mean,
there's another timeout there.
I think this one might be charged to the Bulldogs. They want the ball back.
They want the ball back.
And see, this is what we're talking about going back. Do you just let that clock run out? Because I think they were going to let the clock run out, but then when you called your 2 timeouts, they're like, okay, we got one left.
And this will be fourth down coming up.
Yeah.
Basically, if I'm Choctaw, I would probably punt here.
Right, because, I mean, the clock should stop.
Yeah. Because if you got a play where a kid can just run around for the next 13 seconds, because you put the football back in TYAA's hands, it only takes a second.
Around the 25?
It only takes a second.
That's dangerous, but, hey, once again, these coaches, they know their kids. They know way more than we do. We're up here just watching a great game. So we'll see what happens here. I'm excited. Fourth down. Fourth and about 8, really. Quarterback, once again, is going to roll out to the right side. Makes one man miss and going to be brought down.
Great play by the corner. He kept his outside arm free. He funneled the play back to the inside to his guys that were pursuing. Once again, they get the football at the 25, and they just ran the clock out.
Yep, they don't stop. I forgot this is Mighty Mites Mo. That's on me. Change of possession, clock don't stop. We're going to the half.
0-0.
0-0. Coach is going to go make some changes and see what happens, and we'll be back shortly for the second half.
Unfortunately, we've gotten some bad news.
To whom it may concern, due to budget shortfalls, the Panthers baseball program,
Ballard softball. Vikings basketball.
Woodlawn soccer
The Tigers basketball program
is indefinitely suspended.
To whom it may concern.
To whom it may concern.
To whom it may concern.
Every kid deserves a chance to play.
We're getting ready to start the second half. I hope you guys are enjoying this broadcast. we're out here at Glenpool doing the best we can.
Best we can. I think the key to this second half is to control the line of scrimmage on either team. Obviously, who puts the points on the board first will probably come away with this victory. Looks like TYAA will start with the football first in the second half, so I'm anxious to see what Coach Douglas, what his adjustments were at halftime on trying to get this ball game going for the Bulldogs.
Right. And as I'm going to call a little bit of this game and why I do, Mo, I want you to find you a profile out there that you want to talk about in a second. And because I'm enjoying these, I haven't seen these very much before, and this is what it's all about. Quarterback's going to hand off right away. He makes a nice stiff arm. He's going to reverse field, come back the other. This is where they're dangerous. Makes a man miss, still on his feet, and finally going to be brought down just past the 40. Choctaw once again. They bend, but they don't break, and then they attack it.
And their pursuit to the football from one side of the field to the other shows us that they have some team speed that we didn't anticipate in this game.
Exactly. Yeah, and let me know when you find you. I see you got a profile in your hand, and you're smiling a little bit.
I got Montel Ross. He plays running back, right guard, safety, defensive end. His worst part of practice, guess what it is?
The end.
No, bear crawls.
Oh.
So, I don't know. Maybe he gets in trouble a lot.
Yeah, but I don't know how he plays every position.
He wants to be an astronaut, which is, hey.
Yeah, I wanted to be a gym teacher when I was his age.
Yeah.
He wins.
Yeah, and he also has perfect attendance.
And he wins again because I never did. We got a little pitch out to the outside. Running back breaks one tackle, still on his feet, and here they come. Man, I know it sounds like a broken record, Mo, but they are pursuing. This is one of the best defenses at first grade that I've seen.
Well, that's one thing that I am impressed with Coach McConnell's ball club. Their pursuit to the football, their team speed. It's actually unmatched at this level right now. I didn't anticipate that their team speed would be like this, but I am very impressed on what Coach McConnell has put up to his kids.
Right. I mean, I've done this for the last, I'm going to say 12 years. I've done PA announcing, and I've done a little bit of telecast. And I don't see games quite like this very much. We do have a flag on the play after a nice gain, and you better hope that's not against the Bulldogs.
Looks like it's against the Bulldogs.
And it is. It's going to be against the Bulldogs, and they're going to go another false start.
Another false start.
Right after you get a big gain to start the second half, it's brought back.
Yes. And I can see the frustration on Coach Douglas's face and his body language.
I'm not sure he agrees with the call.
I'm not sure he agrees with the call also, but that's just something he has to deal with.
I mean, if it was the first one of the day, he can maybe have an argument.
Yeah, but
we're on about 8.
8.
And I mean, and we're not making jokes about it. It is what it is. We've talked about it. They're first graders. They're kindergartners. We make mistakes as adults.
Yes.
So they're doing the best they can. There may be still jitters.
Yeah.
And we talked about it also. You don't know what first grader you're going to get from morning to morning. They may not even want to be here right now.
Yeah, another false start.
And there it is, another false start. He may lose his top here in a second.
The dejection on his face is. He's frustrated.
Yeah, and
he's very frustrated.
The ref is trying to explain to him what he's doing wrong, and I still don't think he's agreeing with it. He's asking him again what it is that we're doing. So,
but he has to just basically put it behind him, get these kids lined up, put them in the best position possible, and try to put this ball in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, we're third down and long from about the 36, 37. You don't get this, and you better punt again. That's what we talked about. Field position on a 0-0 game. Don't be the one that makes that mistake.
Exactly.
Little hesitation, but he makes a man miss, a little stiff arm.
Looked like there was a missed block by the running back, his lead blocker for number 5. Was that Douglas?
I believe so.
Looked like the lead blocker missed the corner. I believe if he would have made the block on the corner, Douglas probably he'd still be running right now.
Right. But, and I was going to say, I say that they should punt, but their defense has played really good too, so maybe we go for it here.
Maybe you go for it.
Because they haven't given up but maybe 5 or 6 yards this whole game themselves. And without that false start earlier, they had a first down on about a 12-yard run. So that's about where they're at now. I mean, actually, it's about 8 yards. So they do that same play they did earlier, and maybe they got a first down, and they're driving on down the field. But as we've done all day so far, we've missed that one, and here they go. They're going to punt. Hey, Mighty Mites, it's a great thing. I love this game. I love this age group because you just never know what you're going to get. Coaches are allowed to wait seems like sometimes 2 or 3 minutes to make a decision, but it's probably the right decision. And here we go, 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. So Tyson Neal for the Choctaw Yellow Jackets. I'll talk about him in a second as the quarterback takes a direct snap.
There it is again, number 7 on the tackle.
You know, they went for the ball right there, and it cost them 1 yard.
Yes.
So I'm telling them, if I'm the coach, Doug, I'm telling them, go for the ball every time.
Yes.
Because if 1 yard, that's not going to happen. But Tyson Neal, his nickname is T-Dog. And just like me, his favorite team is the University of Oklahoma. I think that's pretty much everybody's favorite team, besides one of our good friends that we've known forever. His favorite football player is Odell Beckham Jr. Here we are at 2nd down. Once again, the quarterback rollout. This time he has a few blockers in front of him. The ball does come loose.
And it looks like TYAA has the football.
Guess who got it?
That's Reed, number 7.
Yep, number 7.
Number 7, Reed. He is all over the football field today, ladies and gentlemen. I believe right now he is my player of the game so far.
Absolutely, and that is not, if you're the Yellow Jackets, what you wanted to happen.
No,
I mean,
you
you broke
know.
a couple tackles, you're on your way to the 1st down line, and then the ball pops out, and here you go from the 45. It's 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
And what's key to this level is the turnovers. You want to limit your turnovers, but hey, you know, maybe Choctaw can dig their way out of this hole.
Right. I mean, they played great defense themselves. They're spread out. They're not going to let them go to the outside. You can tell by the way their formation's set up. That's what they're trying to control. So we'll see what TYA does. They kept him to the middle of the field, gain of about 1 on the play.
Choctaw's defense is just impressing me so far.
Yeah, I mean, we go back to, like beating a dead horse earlier.
Do your job.
Do your job and show the containment. And after the game's over, the other coach will say, man, they're a lot more physical than we thought.
Physical.
You know, our head official, he's been doing this for years, and, he's one of the best in the game. I enjoy seeing him on Saturdays, and he'll be here for the next game. And then he told us before the game he's going up to get his food ready to watch some football later on at the house.
Some LSU, Alabama, and some OU, Iowa State later on.
That's right. Yeah, gain of about another 1.5 yards on the play. I can't stress enough how fast this Yellow Jackets defense really is.
And the wrapping up. That's one thing teams did not do throughout the tournament on TYA is they didn't wrap them up because they do run through a lot of arm tackles. They run through a lot of tackles, period. So the tackling of Choctaw is also impressing me today.
Right, and Mo, if you were to tell me these were actually first graders, you look from right here where we're standing way up here in the press box looking down at these young men for the Yellow Jackets, those are some big boys. Those are hogs. Those, they're not just –
They're country boys.
Yeah, they have done well. Their coach is big, too. I mean, he stood next to us and made us look really, really tiny. Oh, and there's a play to the outside, breaks a tackle, and it's going to be close to the 1st down. They may give it to him. We'll see here. I think early they're going to say 4th down.
They're going to say 4th down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter, and we are still not at 0. First game of the day, I'm going to make a prediction. We're probably going to see overtime today. That's what I'm saying.
I'm down with it.
Yeah, more football, more fun. Who cares? It's INFC Championships right here from Glenpool, Oklahoma. Great host. Been tremendous. They've treated us right since the minute we walked out here on the campus. You know, you don't hear a lot about the smaller schools.
No, you don't.
But this campus is beautiful. Yeah. This is a class act high school, home of the Warriors.
Home of the Glenpool Warriors. They've won a few state championships in the past.
Yep.
Looks like 2002, 2008. Runners up in 2003, 2007. This program is one of the best programs in the state of Oklahoma.
Right, and as you're talking about the state champs, you look there, that big word that says district champs.
Yes.
There's so many. They're in such small words. We can't tell you how many there are, but there's at least looks like 7.
Yes.
And I'm not a very good person at counting. I told you my math skills aren't that great, but that's a lot better than what a lot of people would think.
A lot of schools have.
Yeah, I mean they're doing it right, and we're going to start the 4th quarter. Excuse me. The clock winds. We're down to the final 8 minutes of this 4th quarter.
4th and short.
Yeah, and Chris, I'm doing your play-by-play today. My partner in crime today is Mo Wallace.
Mo Wallace is here.
We're enjoying this beautiful morning. It's about 52 degrees out here at the INFC first grade championship game. We got TYAA versus the Yellow Jackets of Choctaw. Handoff around the outside, makes a man miss, cuts it back upfield, still on his feet. It's going to be close. I think he got it.
We might have it.
That could be our first down of the game right there.
We have the first down of the ball game. You can hear the fans.
Yeah, the fans are excited, and it is not because they're playing bad football. This is because they are tackling like nobody's business. Both sides, great defensive game. This has been exciting. If you love defense, you're in heaven.
I know a lot of high school teams that can be watching this game to take a lot of notes on.
Yeah, just simple. Put your arms around the guy and bring him down to the ground.
Bring the wood. Bring the wood.
So we got 1st and 10 from the 35. We've got about 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the ball game, and this drive could be. Who knows if they run this clock out? This could be the last drive.
The last drive.
Quarterback does hand it off around the outside. Once again, breaks a couple tackles. Oh, big hit up there. Oh, there's another big hit.
Zion Glover showing his strength running through them tackles, dragging some players along with him. Nice game by Zion.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best gains on first down of the day. And now maybe the Bulldogs are starting to
maybe he found a soft spot in Choctaw's defense.
And they're going to attack it, because if that's the case, they're probably going to run the same play over and over again and get that touchdown. That's what they're trying to do. Let's just face it, they're trying to win the championship. Looks like the quarterback keeps it. Oh, what a tackle on the outside. If number 77 doesn't make this great tackle right here, that's touchdown, Bulldogs.
He's walking in.
I mean, the fans on the Choctaw side, they seen it because they were going crazy. They know that could be the game-saving tackle. I mean, I know we're just still halfway to go in the first half, or fourth quarter, but that's big time.
Big time.
And here we are, 3rd down and at about 1. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. And once again, false start.
I think that center is maybe snapping the football a little bit too early, or moving before he's snapping. I don't quite have the replay available for me, but he's either moving before he's snapping the football.
Because every time it's a great run by the quarterback, so he's getting that head start.
Mm-hmm. I like how Coach Douglas is basically stuck with his game plan a little bit throughout the second half, still being encouraging to his quarterback and his running backs and his whole team to let them know just stay in the game, because they're used to blowing a lot of teams out.
Right. It's funny you said that. After this play, I'll tell you about it. We got a handoff up the middle. Oh, and he bounces to the outside with a nice miss. Still on his feet and finally going to be brought down, and here's a flag. This looks like we got a block in the back now against the Bulldogs after another first down run.
And that's killing them.
You know, we talked to Coach Douglas before, and what did he say he likes to do to his kids? Build them up. So as you said that, that's what he's doing. He's not yelling at him. He's not getting on him. He's building them up.
He's very stern. He's a very stern coach. I remember last week watching him coach last week. He's a very stern coach. I mean, he's going to yell at his kids, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But he's stern. He's very positive.
But you can tell he has the respect of the kids already. Those are his kids.
I always say if I see the face mask looking up, they're listening to him.
Yes, sir. What do you think they got planned here on 3rd down and long now after they've lost 2 first downs because of penalties?
I would think they try to use their speed, go to the outside. I would come to the near side of the field, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yep.
He's.
Thing is, he gained about, I would say 4 on the play, but here we are, 4th down.
Zion needs to let his blocker set up. If he lets his blocker set up, I believe he has a play for a long game. Either his blockers need to get out there a little bit quicker, or he just needs to be a little bit more patient and let him set up.
That's right. We got 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. It's 4th down and about 6 for the Bulldogs from the about the 31. Hand off to the outside, hit immediately, and then going to be brought down. Yeah. Here we go. So Yellow Jackets taking over on downs. Parents over here loving it. I hear some cowbells going, which is an INFC staple, I believe.
It's a staple here. Kind of reminds me of being like at a Mississippi State ball game.
Right. And I don't know if you guys can hear it on the telecast, but you can even hear the PA announcer getting into it. So that means you got a good ball game. Once again, it's 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Just over 2 minutes to go in this 4th quarter.
All right, formation.
Yes, sir. Quarterback's going to try to roll out, have a little hole, closes quick, makes a man miss across the 35 to the 40, busted out of bounds at the 45, and that's a first down.
That's a first down. Nice tackle, bringing him out of bounds by the defense. Number 5, Ellis Owsley on the tackle right there. Choctaw's showing that they are the bigger team. They're probably a little bit weighing a little bit on TYAA. Them big boys up front, just moving the chains. Just move the chains, move the chains.
Yep, and I think we may have a timeout on the field. I'm not sure who it was charged to. I'm going to take a guess it was the Yellow Jackets because the clock is stopped at 1 minute 59 seconds, and here we go. I bet it was the Yellow Jackets called the timeout.
Coach McConnell got his boys lined up.
Quarterback rolls out. Yeah, good luck getting away from that. And he takes the ball away.
Oh, my goodness.
That's not good for the Yellow Jackets. To the 25, takes the ball away to the 15, to the 10, looking back behind him. And, folks, that's a touchdown for the Bulldogs. The coach for the Yellow Jackets can't believe it. What a play.
Giovanni Reed on the touchdown. Giovanni Reed on the strip takeaway touchdown. Like, you don't teach that. You don't.
No.
You teach the kids to go for the football, but to have the mentality of taking the football away, as you've seen on the replay, if y'all can see it, there's a tackler that held him up, and Reed just took the ball away and headed to the other side of the house.
So earlier you had said that number 7 would be your player of the game as of now. Has that changed?
I think it's Reed because that not only is probably up for play of the game, but, yeah, Reed might be your player of the game.
Yeah, and right now that could stand as the play of the day.
The day.
I mean, I know it's early, but you don't, like you said, you don't teach that. Bulldogs line it up for the extra point. They're asking for put a minute and 25 back on the clock.
I do want to say one thing about Giovanni Reed. His nickname is G. He's 7 years old. Looked like he was born in Newboro, New York.
Okay.
His favorite video game is GTA 5. Worst part of practice? He's thinking about August.
He's thinking about August. The heat.
The heat.
Yeah. Not mad at him one bit.
Favorite holiday and why? Thanksgiving, because he comes to eat. I can tell you this much, he ate that football.
Oh, yeah, he was eating.
He ate that football.
And the parents over there on the TYAA side, you better feed him because he's hungry. Handoff up the middle. The extra point's going to be no good.
Well, that could. If Choctaw can put together a drive here and punch the football in,
they have a chance to win.
They have a chance to win. Not getting that extra point. Extra points are very, very important at this level of the game. We'll see what Choctaw can bring to the table. Coach McConnell's getting his boys ready. I hope he just has them calm down, tell them not to worry. Just play their game. If they just play their game, they should be all right. But TYA, 4 downs.
Think Reed's hungry? Still wants to eat some of them?
Reed is hungry.
I mean, we're coming down to crunch time. We've literally got 1:29 left in this ball game. Quarterback with a keeper trying to cut it back upfield, still on his feet.
Ball is on the ground.
Ball's on the ground. TYA thinks they got it.
TYAA has the football.
And
that turnover hurts.
Yep.
That turnover hurts.
So the man that came up with the ball, number 7.
Number 7.
We got a timeout on the field.
Sincere Reed. We might have 2 players of the game.
So the law firm of Reed & Reed.
Chances are those are brothers.
Yeah.
I mean,
They play like it.
they play like it.
Now, pretty much all TYA has to do is take care of the football, run the clock out, and they're
Choctaw
gonna
has 1 timeout.
and they're gonna get those trophies.
They're going to get the trophies. One thing I can remember is Josh Jacobs played for TYAA.
Yeah, he turned out all right, didn't he?
Turned out all right. You never know one of these days. One of these kids could be playing at the next level and could be playing higher.
Yeah, I mean, I've announced a couple of them. They're in the NFL now, and
Yeah.
you never think about that until they get there. Big hit out of bounds.
One thing that TYAA needs to understand is they have to keep the football inbounds. You know, when you when you get knocked out of bounds, clock stops.
Yeah, it looks like we might be having a little bit of trouble at the scoreboard, and I think they got it fixed. It now shows TYAA 6-0.
Yes.
So even though we thought they were up 6-0, they were still tied till just now. Hey, it happens. We ran scoreboards quite a bit. Sometimes they don't want to work the way they want you want them to. So
Looks like we got second down coming up.
and there's the best formation in all
Best
football right there,
formation, Victory formation.
and false start.
False start. They'll still repeat the down, but you don't want to give Choctaw another opportunity with the football because anything can happen at this level.
So it'll be second down from the 50, and if I'm a betting man, I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're probably going to take a knee again.
Victory formation.
We hope you enjoyed the first game from Glenpool, Oklahoma, the first grade Bulldogs versus the Yellow Jackets. About a minute left to go in the fourth quarter.
Quarterback sneak up the middle.
We got a timeout on the field charge to the Yellow Jackets. That should be their final timeout, Mo.
It's all academic from here.
All they're doing is stop the clock for a couple seconds, and then they'll hike it again, and that clock will run, and 1 minute away,
And
Bulldogs champions.
I like to know how many titles they have in that program over there.
A whole bunch. Like I said, I've been doing this for years, and every year, at least 3 Bulldog teams are in it. Sometimes there's been way more. They teach them right, they coach them up, and you're witnessing it. Quarterback decides he's going to hand off to the halfback. Instead of taking a knee, we're going to gain of about 5 on the play. Another timeout. So they did actually have one more timeout, Mo, and that has to be the last timeout. We're at 50 seconds to go. 6-0 Bulldogs with the ball.
Zion Glover on the carry. Zion needs to hang on to the football. Both quarterback, running backs, one thing that's probably being said in the offensive huddle is, hold on to the football. 3 points of pressure.
That's right.
Because if I'm Choctaw, I'm trying to bring the hammer.
So another player on the Choctaw team real quick is Jet Cantrell. And his nickname, remember earlier we had Jet. Now we have Jetpack. So his favorite game is Madden. His favorite subject, math. There's another math.
Another math.
Worst part of practice, when it's not his turn to be in. I like that.
I got Orion Douglas here. Nickname is Trey. His age is 5. He runs a 4.40. I wonder if that's win aided. His favorite college is Oklahoma State.
That's okay.
He plays basketball. He also plays baseball. He says he wants to be a policeman, specifically SWAT.
Oh, man. Well, as you're doing that, Bulldogs ran the clock down as much as they possibly could, elected to punt. So here we go. We got time for 1, 2 plays maybe.
Bulldogs here, they have to keep the football in front of them, fly to the football, use their pursuit angles, and basically tackle.
Yeah, here's a Blake Davis. His grade point average is 4.0. Can you say that?
4.0. I never sniffed that.
No. Flag on the play right off the bat. Dead ball, false start. And that is the first penalty for the Yellow Jackets of the day.
Disciplined football. Coach McConnell, he told us that his guys will play disciplined football. I'm very impressed with how Choctaw at this age, I think that was probably one of their first or second penalty of the game.
Yep. And, and so it goes back to the coach and the son of the coach, which happens to be the quarterback, Rook McConnell. He's done a great job today. Unfortunately, right now they're on the short side of the stick, but he's trying to make it happen right now as he breaks to the outside. Bulldogs defense, Reed.
By Reed.
Yeah. Rook McConnell, his favorite subject, math. His favorite game is GTA. Worst part of practice, stretching and warming up. That is the easiest part of practice.
He just wants to get to
Yeah,
it.
he wants to get to the action.
He wants to lay the wood in practice.
So his nickname, I'm going to tell you real quick, as he picks up the ball and runs it back up the middle and going to be hit it. His nickname is Doo-Doo. It's on the paper, folks. I don't make this stuff up.
Oh, man.
But I know he wanted for everybody to know that. under 7 seconds. Not sure they're going to get this playoff, Mo, and it looks like TYAA Bulldogs are going to be your first grade champs. They do get the playoff. Tackled immediately. Congratulations, both teams. TYAA Bulldogs. Once again, your program is bringing home another INFC championship to start this ball game in these days.
Championships are what it's about, and
I mean, you see the coaches picking up the kids, lift them high up.
The excitement on these kids. They'll remember this for a long time.
Right, but who's more excited? Look at the coaches. I think the coaches may have been more excited than these kids because now the kids are going home to play Fortnite.
Yeah, the Fortnite, GTA,
Yeah.
Minecraft.
And right over here, the feet, hugging his player, telling him it's okay. He did a great job. Man, I can't say nothing but both teams, class act, talking to them. Yeah. They played a heck of a ball game. Nothing but respect. I'm sure, I almost am positive we'll probably see these two teams again next year.
These two teams, especially Choctaw. Just what Choctaw showed me this afternoon, actually this morning, is disciplined football. And if that's what they're bringing up there in Choctaw, then they will be here for a long time.
One play.
That's all it took.
That's all it took. It came down to the last series of the game. I mean, Choctaw still had a chance, and they fall just short, but not because they didn't try hard and they didn't play a heck of a ball game. Once again, Glenpool, Oklahoma, first grade championship just came to a wraps. Congratulations to the Bulldogs. Great job still to the Yellow Jackets. We'll see you next year, Coach. It was a pleasure talking to you. Good luck in the future, and we'll see you again next year. And we'll be back shortly for this next game, second grade showdown, which, man, I am excited. Oh, we've called all their games, and folks, stick by us, tune in, whatever you need to do, stop what you're doing. If you went to the grocery store, pull in the parking lot because you are about to see a doozy. These kids, oh man, you thought this game was good. This one next could either be 0-0, 7-7, or 28-0 in a blink of an eye, and we have no clue what we're going to get. But I'm excited and ready to go. We're going to step away for a second. I'm Chris.
I'm Maurice.
And we're out.